Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
It's so good to be here on a Tuesday night.
It is. It's very good to be here on a Tuesday night, but it feels like it was rushed tonight for some reason.
Well, it was rushed. I just blew into this room about 5 minutes ago.
I guess that's why it felt rushed. But anyways,
Yeah,
we're here.
Absolutely.
We're here. So first of all, we should say welcome to the KnitChat Cafe. We are a knitting podcast called Knits and Pieces, but this is our Tuesday night knit chat where we all gather in the cafe and just talk about our projects. So my name's Noelle, and this is...
And I'm Kelly. And tonight we're also talking about what we did on the weekend, which was the Kitchener-Waterloo Knitters Fair.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
We've got a lot of stuff to show.
Anyway, welcome everybody. We met so many people, and I see some of the people are in here, and it was so nice to meet and talk to everybody. And we both have to apologize because we'll never remember names to put names to faces. But you know what? Maybe if we keep meeting all these times, we will.
Absolutely. And if you saw us and you came up and you said hello, thank you for doing so.
Thank you so much for doing that.
It was amazing to meet people, and we knew you by your Instagram names. So then now we have faces, and I do remember the faces of the people that came up to us. So that was
and we do know them by what they were buying. We knew them by what they were buying too, because there was lots of people buying Leo and Roxy and Full Moon Fibers.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we hope you're happy with your purchases.
And I wonder how many people have already cast on new purchases, because I know I did, you did, and I'm guessing
a new purchase.
I am so close to finishing a new purchase. Yeah. So what do we want to start with tonight?
What do we want to start with? Well, I just want to say hi to everybody, because again, we've got people from all over. We've got, I see Ohio and the Adirondacks and Nashville, Orangeville, Reno. Where else do we have here? Oh, Pennsylvania. It's amazing. Oh, we've got New Zealand.
And I tried to go back in and see who was in here first tonight, and it only started showing comments from 6:30. So I think it was mid conversation. So I think some people were actually in here sooner than 6:30. So if you were, thanks for showing up early and for having a great conversation while you warmed up the Knit Cafe chairs for us.
That's right. And I wanted to say, I saw that Catherine was in here, and Catherine, we're sorry we missed you on the weekend. I know we, by the time we got to the hotel, it was late.
It was late.
We went for dinner, and basically I was exhausted because I had a lot of knitting to do that day. I was exhausted.
Noelle was actually too tired to knit. If you can believe that could possibly happen.
Seriously too tired to knit.
She said, I'm just too tired.
And
Amy says we had lots of bags in our Instagram pictures. We did fill a couple of bags. We did.
Yeah. I actually didn't think we bought that much.
Well, I feel like we didn't buy that much, but when I was opening it all up and putting it on the table tonight, it did feel like a lot. But yes, Catherine, we did. So then we checked the usual places to see if we could find where you might have reached out to us on Instagram and on the YouTube channel. We didn't see anything there. So yes, absolutely.
And then I
hope everything went well.
I found out later, even at the show, there was a lot of people there that, like Marg was there. I didn't see her.
We didn't see Marg.
The Four City Knit Girls were there.
We didn't see the Four City Knit Girls.
So there was, at the way that the venue was set up, there was 2 arenas. So it would have been easy to kind of cross paths and miss people. So, and I'm sure there were other people there too that I would have thought we would have ran into, but we didn't. But
we saw Sarah. Anyway, Sarah and I were twinning. We were twinning. We had on similar sweaters, and we had on identical dresses, different colors that we had each made. So we were, we were definitely twinning that day. So.
Oh, and Catherine says she looked for us at the hotel breakfast. We were there.
Oh, we were there.
What time were we there? We were there probably at 8, I think.
At 8 o'clock, I think.
Yep. Because I think we left the hotel by 9.
We did.
Okay. I got to tell this story.
I know
you know
where
what
this
I'm going to tell, don't you? You know what I'm going to tell. So Kelly's giving me crap in the hotel room the first thing in the morning.
Stop. First, tell the first part of the story. After Noelle went to sleep, because I'm, of course, still up and I'm checking things out. So I decided I would check the route to the auditorium the next day because Noelle said it was 3.2 kilometers away. So carry on with your story. So I had a revelation late at night that kind of kept me awake. Carry on.
So anyway, so I like I had checked it all out before. It was 3.2 kilometers away. And in the morning, Kelly goes, by the way, the auditorium is 50 minutes from here. I'm like, what? I'm like, there's no way it's 50 minutes from here. I said, this is a hotel I got from the auditorium website. And she goes, nope, I checked. It's 50 minutes. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I'm going to look it up. I looked it up and I'm going, Kelly, it's 3.2 kilometers. And then she's
and
like,
I pulled it up. Here it is on my Google Maps, 57 or 47 minutes away. And then she looks at it. We had been out for dinner the night before, and we walked to dinner the night before.
So she had it on
walking time instead of driving time. So anyway, then this is why Kelly doesn't make travel plans late at night.
It was 3.2 kilometers away.
Yes, it was. It was. And I don't think it would take us 47 minutes to walk 3.2 kilometers.
No, I could have walked it a lot faster than that.
A lot quicker. Yes.
So
anyway, that was the start of our day. Yeah, that's bad on me. Bad on me.
But I'm like, there's no way I made that much of a mistake. I said, Kelly, 50 minutes, we'd be back in London.
I know, right? Well, sometimes I thought to drive all the way across the city, like it takes time to get across the city.
Okay, Toronto, maybe.
Okay.
Anyway. Okay. Maybe we should go into what we're wearing.
Maybe before that bus hits me one more time, but let's carry on. We are now 7 minutes and 17 seconds in, and Noelle has just thrown me under the heavy bus, but
okay. No, you threw yourself under that. Telling me that it was 50 minutes. Anyway.
Who has more fun than us? Nobody. Okay.
So, and that was in the morning. She wasn't even drinking. Oh, were you drinking wine? You weren't even drinking that much wine.
No, I wasn't drinking wine in the morning.
Anyway, okay.
Oh, there. Thank you, Julia. Kelly has her saddle on as Noelle rides her like a pony. Yeah. Thank you, Julia. Julia's a good friend. Okay,
Kelly, what are you wearing?
All right, we're starting that at 8 minutes in. What am I wearing? Okay, so last week on the podcast, I was working on this sweater. This sweater is the, do we have a label for it?
I do. You talk and I'll bring it up.
Okay, this is the Couture Tee by Sari Nordland, and it was a work in progress. And I opened my big mouth and said, I'm wearing this to the Fiber Festival. And Noelle says, well, I don't think you can get it done. And so that's like a dare, right? That's a dare. And I'm like, well, of course I can get it done. I was struggling, people. I was absolutely struggling. So let's just say the night before we left, I had gotten to the ribbing and I only had 3 rows of ribbing to do. Or sorry, I had 3 rows of ribbing done. I needed to do 10 rows and it was 1:30 in the morning and I was running out of steam. And I said, that's it. So I went upstairs. I put it on a pony cord. I put it in the sink. I soaked it and I blocked it. And I put it up in the spare bedroom under the fan on a high speed. And that's where it went. So, and here comes the full disclosure. I said, you must never mention word of this, but in the in fair truth and honesty and full transparency, I pick Noelle up knowing that 7 rows need to be done on the ribbing before I bind off. It's a sewn bind off, a tubular bind off. I know this is going to take me several hours, which I plan to do in the hotel room the night before the fair, which I did. So I said to Noelle, you have 2 options. You can either drive my car as far as London, or you can knit 7 rows of 1x1 twisted rib. And she says, well, I'm going to knit the rib for sure. So in full honesty, Noelle knit the 7 rows of twisted rib to finish my sweater. So, but I'm still calling it a finish and I'm saying done enough. I finished it. I love the sweater. It is.
You said it would be done. You didn't say how.
I didn't say I would finish it. I said it would be done. So yes. And you know what? Even the fact that Noelle is going to like shame me here on YouTube, she's still a very good friend to knit those 7 rows for me. Very good friend. So
I did not say anything to anybody at the fair.
No, she didn't. She absolutely didn't. And I did have a lot of compliments. Thank you very much, people, on the sweater. And I'm just going to say I'm still calling it a finish by Kelly.
These are all knitting people. They would have done the same.
Absolutely. Sarah says teamwork makes the dream work. Absolutely. Because I said to Noelle, as I'm binding off that night in the hotel room,
As
and
I was
it was
sleeping.
taking a long time. She's pulling up something on her iPad, and I stopped a minute. I looked over to see what she was doing, and she's like, "Don't look at me. Keep binding off." Anyway, so it was a team effort. Got me to the fair on time, got me done in the sweater. So the sweater is 2 fibers, which I don't have sitting here with me, but the first one is Holst Coast in color red currant, 1 strand held with 1 strand of Titicaca Coast Titicaca. Color is red bay. I think I've been calling her redwood. It's actually red bay. And I didn't write down the yardages, but they're on my Ravelry page. I've got them in there, and the whole sweater weighs nothing. I think it's a couple 100 grams. It's a very lightweight sweater. It's just a crop. I loved working on this pattern. It was so much fun. The lace work was really, really engaging. I would like to say that it wasn't easy, but it wasn't that it was difficult or tricky. It's just that it wasn't something I could do while I was talking. It was something that I had to pay attention to do, because it was 64 rows of lace and there was no rest row. Like often, when you're doing lace row or lace work, you have that knit row all the way around the next row. There's not that. This was 64 rows of concentrated lace work, and I loved every single row. So highly recommend the sweater. I think you could make it, as I said, I made it very cropped because it's going over this dress, which, by the way, I made this dress too. You can't see it because it's behind the banner, but it's a hinterland dress by So Liberated, and maybe I'll talk more about that in another episode. So that's what I'm wearing. And you?
I am wearing the Yarrow Tee by Pam Allen, and I did put a picture in here since I'm not standing up on the I'm not going to stand up on the chair. So, and I do have a banner for the name of it.
And obviously you finished this sweater a minute ago because your hair was quite a bit shorter.
Yes. So this is Yarrow by Pam Allen. It's knit in Quince & Co. Kestrel. And I did knit this a few years ago. So the Quince & Co. Kestrel is 100% linen. And what I find with 100% linen, like it while I wear it, it sometimes will like stretch out a bit. But then once I put it into like wash it and then lay it out, like the linen seems to just like soak back up and go back to the size that you made it in the first place. Mm-hmm. So I just find like I can get a couple of wears out of it, and then I need to reblock it again for it to go back to its original shape. But it's great wearing it because the more you wear it, the more the linen kind of softens up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so this is, I would use the Quince & Co. Kestrel again. It's an Aran weight yarn, so anything you knit out of it knits up fairly quickly, which is nice. And it does come in a lot of nice colors, and I really love that nice color for this time of year. This has got 3/4 sleeves because it's like today was almost sweater weather. Like
I don't know. It got very warm in the afternoon though.
So it's kind of, but like now it's in the evening. Like this is the first time that I felt like I could wear anything kind of like this since kind of last spring for the podcast, and it still feels comfortable. So yeah, so that's that one. So now we want to talk about, do we have any admin? We don't have any prizes or anything to give out right now because we did the socks and the bag last week. But I noticed the socks are getting up there. There was like, I think it was 2079 pairs in there when I looked today.
Okay.
So.
But we do have some prizes. We're going to do some prizes.
Oh, we do. Tonight. We do. Well, we should talk about, we're going to start a new little kind of quick knit along. So this one is only going to be on Instagram. So we have an Instagram hashtag for it. So if you remember last week, I had finished my little Sophie scarf. Mm-hmm. So while we were in Kitchener, we were looking for yarn that we could make this out of. So we did come across a really nice yarn, and it was from the Coriander 3 booth.
Yes.
I do have a skein of it right here.
Okay.
So this is Coriander Knits. This is a 50-gram skein, but this yarn is 50% yak, 50% silk.
And it feels like a dream.
It's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable what it feels like. So both Kelly and I bought some.
I bought the color berry, which is
I actually
so
bought this
pretty
color.
Yes.
Mine doesn't have a color name on it, though.
No?
I think we looked at that before and it didn't. Anyways, it's kind of like a bronzy.
It's like a rosy bronze.
Pink. Well, yeah.
It has like some pink tones in it, and I think it would be beautiful for fall.
Yep.
And it just feels, we can't tell you how amazing this feels. And can you see like the shiny luster in this too? Like you can see some shine. It's absolutely stunning. So you finished yours, right?
I finished mine. So this is mine, and it's in the color, whatever that color is. I don't know the bronzy color, but
it's so sweet.
So it's the perfect, just little, I don't know, little accessory. Obviously, it doesn't go with the purple that well, but this is 45 grams at the skein. Well, I didn't weigh it first. Now you weighed yours. I didn't weigh it first.
I did. And I'm not quite finished mine. I'm down to just this many stitches. So we have to get down to this point here. And mine's not blocked yet either. But I am going to be right on the wire with mine because I weighed my skein and it was a generous skein. It says it's 50, but it was actually 54.3. So I had extra. But at the halfway point, which is 28 stitches, I was exactly half because what I was hoping to do was to get a few extra rows in there. Not possible for me. But you little Miss Tighter Knitter, have some leftover and show what you did with your leftover.
So I had some leftover. So I made a little teeny mini one. And I'm going to, I'll show you, I'm going to use it as a
ponytail tie.
A hair tie. So I don't know, I'll turn around. You'll have to tell me if you can see it, Kelly, because I can't see.
Yeah, we can see it. No, okay. Move a little to your right.
To my right?
Your right. Yes, there we go. No, your right. There. Stay there.
Okay. There. Okay. So it just was enough left just to do the little tiny ponytail thing. And I have a piece of yarn that long left.
Perfect.
So yeah. Perfect. So I thought it was the perfect thing to use it up. And I thought I'm going to make more of these, of the little bits and scraps of pieces of yarn that I have left. So now this one.
Helen is asking if we made the large. We both made the small size.
I made the small size, but I was able to make mine longer.
A little bit longer.
Okay. Mm-hmm. But I want to show you the difference because after doing that, I also cast on another one, and this is in my hand spun. So this one is not blocked yet because I just finished it just before we started the podcast. But here's I'm going to show you. Okay. And I pulled that as I'm knitting it. That's how much more it's going to block out.
Okay.
When I block it. So, and I measure mine when I block it. Okay. So there, I'll show you. I'm going to pull that out. So that's going to block out to the same size. And when I measure mine, and that's the length that I like, it's 46 inches.
Okay.
And that is longer than her long one.
Yes, it is. I want to go a little bit longer than her finish too. I was almost wondering if I shouldn't have gone all the way to the 28 stitches, if I should have stopped at 25, just so I could get a few of the like same stitch rows in. But we'll see.
Now this one, because my hand spun is a little bit thicker, I only went to 25 stitches.
Okay.
But then I did knit a fair chunk in the middle to get the length, but I didn't want to go any wider than that.
I want to make a declaration. I want to tell everybody this yarn, it may feel like a dream, but this one does not feel like butter. This feels like luscious, soft yarn. And actually, when we were talking to the dyer, she said that she has a friend who calls this lingerie for your neck. And it is just so soft. And so I know that there were a few other people at the fair that day that bought the same yarn.
Yep. Anyway,
so we actually...
You'll notice I still have a skein of the same yarn.
You do have a skein of the yarn.
So we're going to do just a quick little knit along, but we're actually going to probably run it till the second week in October. I go away on vacation and I'm gone for a couple of weeks. And I think the Tuesday that I'm home is the 11th. So it's going to run till the 11th of October. And it's going to be on Instagram. So it's just going to be Instagram. It's going to be a hashtag. And I'll bring up the hashtag here. There you go. So not only do we want you to knit it, but we want you to show us how you're going to style it. So this is, the hashtag is knpstyleyoursofiekal. So I'm going to bring up a few pictures because I took some pictures of my last one and how I kind of wore it. So the first one here is just the regular way, kind of around your neck, just with the tails at the front.
Which, by the way, can everybody go back to that picture?
Oh, there.
That is one of the most amazing pictures I've seen of you. I thought that was such a stunning picture. And I love that shirt that you're wearing too.
Oh, thanks.
It's so stylish, so pretty.
Well, you know, I have my own personal photographer.
Yes, you do. Yes.
So, okay, so that's the first way. And then you can also, if you've got enough, if you get enough length, you can just, and I just did this quickly, but you can tie it with like a little bow at the side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, or you could actually put it on your head. And actually, I was talking with Dawn, and she was saying that she probably wouldn't wear it, but it would actually be a perfect scarf, like for out in the fall weather when that you kind of don't want that wind in your ears.
Yes.
Like just to kind of tie around your ears.
It would be a perfect accessory to wear in a convertible too.
There you go. And there you go. There you can see how it's just kind of tied at the back of the neck. And then also there's the long one as the ponytail holder thingy. But I kind of like the shorter one. So if your hair is not really long, you probably don't want a really long one like that, but the shorter one would be perfect for that. So we would kind of like to see you put pictures on Instagram of how you've styled your Sophie. So that means like you can do as many of them as you want. You can, as far as I'm concerned, you can have already knit it and put it on there.
Yes, that's fine too. We want to see your Sophie.
That's right. We want to see tons of Sophie pictures. Okay, so in order to get this started,
we've got two ways to kick this off. This is a little palette cleanse. This is just this is like knitting a dishcloth, people. This is
like I said, this was like, I just decided today I was going to knit this and it's done. And I did other knitting too. Like it does not take very long to knit.
It's super fun too. Okay.
And you could, the pattern actually calls for, a DK weight, but this little 5 gram one that I just did like single fingering weight because this is a fingering weight yarn and Kelly and I held it double for this scarf, but this is just single weight. You could easily adapt this pattern and do it with fingering weight yarn.
Absolutely.
Because basically you could just start and go up to the width that you want and the length that you want.
Absolutely.
Just adjust your needle size a little if you're using the fingering yarn.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
Okay. So to kick it off, we've got a little gift. Here's what we're going to do. I have ink on my hands. What have I done to myself? Okay. To kick it off, we're going to give away tonight a pattern for the little scarf. So if you want to join us with this and you don't already have the pattern, we are going to gift you one. And of course, we're going to bring in the spinny wheel.
Yep.
And I just have to go in and start collecting comments because I didn't do that last time. All right. Coming back in. If you are interested in us gifting you this pattern, here we go. Type in the word #Sophie, and we're going to pick a winner here tonight. It's so much fun. Join in. It is. Like literally, it's just, somebody was asking, why is this the new great thing for knitting? I don't know why it's the new great thing for knitting, but it's such a nice, it's a quick little project. It's something that it's like the perfect time of year. Well, if you live where we live, it's the perfect time of year. It's a little throwback, I think, to, I don't know, the days when those little neck scarves were like super trendy and cute. And we want all of you to have one. And I want to see how everybody styles it. And I want to see the colors and the different fibers that they can make it with. I think it'll be fantastic. So
like you could almost make a skinny one and you could use it through belt loops.
Yes, you could.
So, and anybody, if you've already got the pattern, but you know someone that would like it, if you want to get into this, we will actually gift it to whoever you want us to give it to.
That's right. We will do that.
If you've already got the pattern, but you've got a friend who you think might like it, you can, enter the giveaway and we will actually gift it to whoever you tell us to gift it to.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely. It's so much fun. And
I have all sorts of plans. I want to do so many of them.
Okay. We may have bought even more yarn to do more.
We may have. Yes. Not committing us to anything, but we may have bought more yarn, and we may have even gotten really thrifty with it and decided that we could buy a single skein
each of us, and then we could get colors and split them in half to make these little Sophie scarves. It's just a pretty, pretty little pattern. Very pretty little pattern. And a super fun quick knit. I noticed a little ways back to Beatrice Baker from Dublin. She said that she's staying up late to watch us, and she said this is becoming a habit. So thank you so much. It is. It's pretty late in Dublin, and thank you for your devotion for hanging out with us so late. I would stay up late with other people for sure. I would. Noelle would not.
But if you did it early in the morning, I'd get up, and Kelly would not.
No, Kelly would not.
Anyway, so we'll give that.
Susie said that she's already got her pattern and she's made 2. She will definitely make one. I know, it's an addictive little thing.
Okay, and the overall prize is going to be this lovely skein of
yes, absolutely
50% yak, 50% silk from
which does not feel like butter, but feels absolutely amazing.
It's like unbelievable. And I mean, if you get this, you don't have to make a Sophie scarf with it. You can make whatever you want with it. But that'll be the final prize when we draw from the Instagram posts. So, and again, we want to let you know too, that if you're watching this after, we're going to do another pattern giveaway for people that are watching after. And actually, you know what? I think that for after, I think you can do the same thing. I think you can still just type in #Sophie and you can filter comments just looking for a specific phrase.
What was that again? Sorry, I was reading.
Okay, so I was saying that if going for this week, anybody that comments, if they put in the hashtag, like #Sophie, we can actually filter comments so that we can pull for comments that have that hashtag in it.
Oh, yes, we can. Yes, we can.
So we'll just have that for if you're watching it later, if you go in and watch the podcast later, or for anybody that's watching it that's not watching live, if you just type in #Sophie, we're going to draw another one on the next Tuesday so that everybody that can't join us live has a chance as well.
Okay. Jackie's asking where the Sophie pattern is available online. I know it's on Ravelry. I'm not sure if it's other places as well, but it's definitely on Ravelry. And who else? Oh, sorry. I'm lost
it's a
now.
petite knit pattern. So I think if you went to Petite Knit's website, you might be able to get it there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know whether in that case, whether they would let us gift it from there or not.
I'm not sure. So it's best for us on Ravelry, but Debbie is working on hers right now and she's using alpaca. Okay. We're going to wrap this up. We're going to count down slowly from 10, Noelle, and then we're going to do the draw slowly. 10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
3, 2, 1. 2, 1. Okay. I'm going to go in and do the draw and we're going to cross our fingers and make sure that this works. We have 136 entries. Let's go. There it goes. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Trudy. Congratulations, Trudy.
Congratulations, Trudy. So I will just bring up our... Okay. So Trudy, you can let us, if you contact us at knitsandpiecespodcast@gmail.com, and if you can give us your Ravelry name, we will gift that pattern to you. I think that's easier. Or if you're already on Ravelry and you want to contact us on Ravelry, that's fine too. So either on Ravelry or through the Knits and Pieces Podcast Gmail, and we will make sure that you get that pattern.
And if you're not Trudy, and you want to join in, as Noelle said, leave us a comment down below after the stream ends tonight. Then you can go back in and leave a comment and put your
hashtag. Make sure it
Sophie.
has #Sophie in it, and you'll be entered we'll draw another one next week.
Yes.
So because we want to see them all, and we want everybody to have a chance to win this gorgeous yarn.
It is truly a treat.
That was one of our first yarns,
spontaneous purchases. Absolutely. It was the first one.
Oh, we should just keep going around because maybe we'll find something that's softer, but nope.
And this was the only berry color that there was. Snagged.
And then after we told Julia there wasn't very much left.
No. Then Julia went and bought some. I think a few other people that we know bought some. We went back and we bought the one for the prizes. And very good. Okay. So thanks for playing along with us. And we cannot wait to see what you're going to knit up.
Style those Sophies.
Style those Sophies. Absolutely. All right.
Okay,
We
so,
need
Kelly,
to move along here now.
We do. Do you have any other whips?
No, let's just leave it at that one. Everything else I've already shown, and we want to get to some other goodies. So
I have a whip.
You've got some whips, I bet.
I have a whip.
You have a whip.
I just have one. Really, I worked on my outline tee, but just straight knitting. But I did start my, what was the name of it? Timber.
Oh, yes. I want to see this.
Yes. So this is the Timber sweater. And it is by, can you remember? I think I have a banner.
Shannon.
There we go. Shannon Cook. So this is Timber by Shannon Cook. And I'm doing this as a gift knit. So I did get mine started. And I am, so let's see if I can hold that.
Oh, you've actually made a really good start on it.
Yeah, I've split for the arms. It's got lots of really nice twisted rib in it. So
and this is
using Cascade Echo Plus.
Yes.
So, and this color is called Merlot. So the whole neck is all twisted rib. And then it's got twisted rib panels that go down the back. And then it's got a twisted rib panel that goes down the sleeves. And then the front of the cardigan it's just an open cardigan. There's no buttons on it. So it's kind of nice because once I'm done and do the sleeves, it's done. There's no more finishing on it.
It's really nice. That's a nice pattern.
I'm hoping to have that done by next week.
Very nice.
That is what I worked on.
Sarah says that Knit 2 Purl 2 is not good for knit chat. She keeps messing up. Oh, that's very nice. Jeannie just returned from the farmer's market. 2 women complimented her on her sun-kissed CT and were astonished that I knit it. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that just feel great? I know I was talking with Allison at the fair, and I said that I had mentioned to somebody else, it must be like a wonderful thing too. Like, we knit our projects and we wear them and, we're proud of them. But I said to Allison, can you imagine? Sorry, there's a yawn. Can you imagine being the dyer? And I said, how good does it make you feel when somebody comes back to see you and they're wearing yarn that you dyed in a beautiful project? Like, that must be pretty, I don't know, that's got to be just a really good feeling, right? To see what somebody had a vision for with some yarn that you dyed.
So there's some people asking about the collar. In her picture, she does have the collar up, but I would say if you wanted it down and you didn't want it to go up at all, I would just fold it down and then just
I think it would lay down.
That it's not, so that it's not, or block it so that it's kind of turned over. And you don't have to make it as long as she's got it. But that was the way the pattern was, and I just did it to the pattern. So yeah, it's actually a fun knit. It's a fast knit, so I'm enjoying it. Oh, and I had one other finished project that I didn't show.
Oh, did you?
I did.
What else?
So I have to find it. There we go. The travel mode.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So that's the Travel Mode 2.0 by Sosu or Suzanne Summer. So this was a sample for Leo and Roxy, and I finished it on the Friday. That's why I was so tired on the Friday night, because I did that 856 stitch I-cord bind off on Friday. I still had a few more rows of the border to finish too, but I finished that on Friday and I got it to them in time for the show. So that is done in their natural sock yarn, and it's 5 colors. The 5 colors are Parchment, Meredith, Morning Glory, Down to Earth, and the last one, that pink color.
Oh, I meant to bring that picture in. I meant to bring the picture.
That the pink color is called, they actually named it Noelle.
Noelle.
So I'm definitely going to have to go and get some of that.
And I think that they sold out of that color that day at the fair too.
They did. And now I can say that I'm going to PEI.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Noelle is going to PEI.
Noelle is going to PEI. The yarn Noelle, not Noelle.
Yeah, not Noelle. Anyway, I would definitely want to recommend that knit. It was a fun knit. I mean, I wouldn't want to have to do it all in the same time frame as I did it, because I really didn't work on anything else. But it's really fun because you keep changing. You're always knitting a different section, so you can kind of break it up into different sections. And it's just, you wouldn't have to do it in just those 5 colors. It would be a good way to use up, I don't know, bits and pieces of colors that you've got. Now that was 5 skeins, but you don't use all 5 skeins. I know the pattern says that you're going to need most of 5 fingering weight skeins, but I would say I had close to 30 grams left of most of the skeins. So, but
Sarah is telling us that, and are you talking about the sweater that you had on, like the crop sweater, Sarah? She wore a sweater, Full Moon Fibers sweater to the fair, and she lost the sweater. Because I remember that she took her sweater off partway through the day. She found it warm. But okay. Oh, okay. Happy ending. Because that's exactly what I was going to say. Have you sent a message through to the organizers? Because anybody else there that found a sweater would know what a sweater meant, and they would have turned that in. And she did. She said she messaged the organizers. Somebody had turned it in. So it's being kept safe in Kitchener until she can get it back. So, whoo. Sarah was a prize winner in Kitchener too.
Yes, she
won some really nice yarn.
So Will and Wishes Tracy said she'd really like to start it, and you should, Tracy. It's an awesome knit, and like I said, it's kind of it's nice when you've got something modular like that you're doing a piece at a time. And Marie says that she did the other one, which was she had the travel mode and then the travel mode 2.0.
2.0.
Marie said she did the travel mode, and she did it with an advent, so you did one section a day for 25 days.
Oh, very nice.
Cool.
Very nice.
But the 2.0 has 28 sections, and then the 29th section is your border. But a couple of the sections are like just like a little tiny 2-row thing. So yeah, so it would be a perfect advent one.
Julia says that the Noelle colorway would make a very good Sophie scarf with a little mohair condiment in it.
There you go. I think that would be perfect.
I think it would be perfect. Absolutely, I do. Thank you so much, Leo and Roxy, for
thank you
naming that. That was pretty special.
Great. That was.
I meant to put the picture
because I was joking when I said it, and Joanne goes, "Look, we have a surprise."
Yes, and I took a picture of Noelle holding her special yarn with Jolynn, and the smile could not have been bigger on her face. She was pretty excited. Yes. All right. So shall we move on to some things that we bought at the fair?
Did we buy stuff?
Oh, well, I might have bought a thing or two. Did you?
I might have too.
Okay. Should we?
Well, the first thing we bought our yak silk yarn. That was.
Yes. So that's already on needles and almost off needles.
And then we both bought.
Okay, we both bought a lot of the same things. Yes. So I'm wearing mine.
You're wearing yours? Okay, I'm not wearing mine yet, but here.
I bought them to go with this sweater. I thought they would look pretty with the sweater.
By Howling Hill Studios, who is Heather Sampson. And they're really nice. They're nice and light. They're leather.
They are leather. They weigh nothing.
And she's got like the stitches kind of embossed on them, so they look like knit stitches.
Yes, I really like them. And I figure this will go with quite a few sweaters that I have. So I could have bought more colors too. But
I could have too.
I know where to reach her.
And I might at some point.
And we're going to link everything below. Noelle's doing show notes.
I will put all that. They will be up tomorrow because I'm going to go in and I'm going to link all of the vendors that we bought things from.
Okay. And I am keeping up with timestamps tonight. So that'll be in after the show too. And all the information. And we should mention, only because somebody else usually mentions it and we don't. So give the podcast a thumbs up.
Oh,
helps the channel.
we need to get Molly and Eiley in here again.
We're not very good at our own promoting. So that's a little shout out for us. Okay. So, what did we get next?
You got something first.
I did get something first. So this, I actually saw, this was leading up. I'm going to take it out of the plastic just because I don't want to wrinkle things. This was leading up to the fair. It's not doing much better. I'm sure the crinkling is driving people insane. Sorry. So I saw this leading up to it. And this is from the Blue Brick. And she dyes these lovely gradient yarns. And this is a hat and a glove kit. So you get the skeins to do this, and the pattern as well. So it's called Ramble. And so anyway, so there's the pattern. Looks like it's very well written. There are charts. And then you get a larger skein for the hat, and then 2 smaller skeins to do the gloves. And this colorway is called Copper Slate, and this is on her Muskoka DK base. She is an Ontario dyer, and I'm really excited. And she actually had this sample there.
Yeah, it was nice.
And the gradient is, it's just very soft, very delicate gradient. And I can't wait. It's pretty colors. Oh, it'll go really nice with the sweater too.
I just thought that it looks very nice with that sweater.
And the earrings. I know. This kind of ended up being a bit of a theme. I have a few items that are sort of in this color, but there we go. So that was my second purchase, I think, right?
No, I think that was your first purchase.
Was it my first?
Yes,
I think
you're right. Then we went to the Yak and Silk booth.
Well, next. I knew that she had dyed only limited skeins for the fair, and that's something I didn't want to miss out on because I had seen it on Instagram and I thought it was really pretty, and that was just like that was my special little treat to myself for that. Okay, and then did we go to Full Moon Fibers next?
I got this. I got the fleece
next. Yes, you got the fleece next.
So this is
gorgeous. In a word, gorgeous.
Yes. This is from 3DK, so 3 Dog Knits Fiber Arts. This is a silk merino blend. And I just like that color was just, I couldn't leave it there. So, and it's 140 grams. So don't know what I'm going to make with it, but it feels amazing. And it's gotten me, seeing all that fleece, I got right back into spinning. When I came home that day, I didn't knit anymore that day. I spun for the rest of the night.
Did you really?
So, yes. I was so inspired by all the fleece and the fact that I bought fleece. And then I also got this. After I told Kelly I didn't really wear blue that much.
Yes, because when I was getting my hat and gloves, and there was another color that was similar. And she goes, well, I don't know. I kind of like the other color. I'm not really a blue fan, she says. And then we head to the fleece booth. And what does she come out with? This beautiful blue. Okay. So this is from 3DK. This is a merino tencel blend. So you can just see the sheen in it. It's just gorgeous. And this is called Dark Ice. And this is 130 grams of this. But just it's beautiful.
They'll make really nice, if there's leftovers from doing a yoke or something, they'll make really nice little Sophie scarves.
I've never actually had fiber in my hands. I never had a reason to have it because I don't spin, but I just want to sleep on that fiber. It's amazing.
I know, it's amazing.
Emma said that she bought some after she saw yours too at the fair.
There you go. And I think this color is just called Softly.
It's so pretty.
So
pretty.
Okay. So that was the second. That was my first thing.
Your first thing. And then I think we went to Full Moon Fibers, correct? Yes. Yep. And Jessica and Allison had dyed up these little mini sets. And I've always been the person that never knows what to do with minis. And I'm no longer that person because I saw them before they went to Spirit Fest in Barrie. And I thought they are the most beautiful little packages. And I just wanted one. So we went to their booth. And I bought minis. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I bought the fall color. I'm not taking these ones out, people. Sorry.
No, I'm not taking mine
this
out.
Is the autumnal set, Full Moon Fibers. It's their wormhole fingering. Look at these absolutely stunning colors. If you have not bought yarn by Full Moon Fibers yet, what are you waiting for? Get in there. These girls know what they're doing with a dye pot. They're so, so beautiful. And there's 6 little 20-gram skeins in here. So that's 120 grams total. I love it. I absolutely love it. I bet you can guess what Noelle bought. She bought mini skeins too. Yay!
So, my base is the 100% Highland wool.
So is mine.
Oh, you said it was the wormhole fingering.
That's what it says.
Oh, is that what maybe that's what they call it? Okay, I'm just looking at the little tag up here.
Yeah,
but you're right. It does say wormhole fingering on the back. I was thinking the wormhole fingering was a
sock set.
Wash.
Sock, yes.
So this is 100% Peruvian Highland wool, non-superwash, and this color is called Dried Roses. And I mean, it's gorgeous. I mean, I could just. Didn't
their mom say that they were thinking of you when they put that colorway together? They said, "Oh, we know who would like this." Yes. It's pretty bad
Anyway.
when even other people know our colors.
And they didn't say that until after I bought it. They didn't say that before.
No.
So, anyway, but when I was talking to Jessica and Allison and Christine is their mom, like she was saying, you could do a muscle burrow in this.
I was going to lead to that conversation. Yes.
And then
so
you would
I think we are both totally going to take up that idea.
Yep. Like, and then you have a beautiful reversible muscle burrow, depending on which way you turn it in, and have some color showing one way or some color showing the other way. Because I don't want to do just socks with this. It's just too pretty.
But then the other thing, okay, before we go on to another acquisition, can we talk about the other thing that she was doing with the muscle burrow? Because I have a set here. So this is another set that I have from Full Moon Fibers, not bought it. And this one is called Red Sky at Night. And I fell in love with this when they were doing the pop-up shop. Yeah, the trunk show at Little Red Mitten, sorry. And so you get a full-size skein of their Nebula Eclipse sock, and then you get these 2 minis. So what she was doing, she was making a muscle burra. And once she completed, so using this yarn, when she finished her increases in the hat, she was alternating like a number of rounds of this and then a number of rounds of the mini until she got to the center point, only using 1 mini. Okay.
Yep.
And then she got to the center point of the hat. And then she worked backwards, carrying on with this, and then alternating with the second mini, and then binding off with this. So whichever side you flip the hat to, you would either see this contrast or this contrast. And that was such a genius idea.
It looked amazing. It did.
That
it looked amazing.
I'm totally scooping that idea. So thank you for sharing that with us and inspiring us to put another muscle burra on the needles.
I know, but I just like looking at these. I could just frame that and hang it up.
I know. I think I might just put it on the shelf behind me and just look at it for a little bit before I do anything with it. So yeah. Very, I know, okay, Julia, then, brilliant, right? Great idea.
Another thing I got at the Full Moon Fibers booth is this little yarn bowl. So this is just one to hold your cake of yarn. I didn't take it out of the package yet, but this is Jessica as Jay Hender Design, but she's one of the sisters and she makes absolutely gorgeous bags. We've shown them in the past and I just thought this was really cute. And yeah, I'm just gonna, especially when I'm working on that timber, because the skeins of the Cascade yarn are 250 grams. So it's nice to be able to put it in something.
Big cakes. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so perfect. So now that I've shown, I'm going to open it and use it. So.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, hi, Marianne. You didn't miss anything. Not a thing. Not a thing.
You better go back and watch, Marianne.
Yeah, you go back and watch after we're done. You don't want to miss what you missed. Okay.
You will want to make something.
Yeah, you'll want to make something and you might want to do a little hashtag of something. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, you missed nothing, but you did. You truly did. Okay. So then I stumbled onto this next booth. So everybody knows the frog pattern. It's that darling little frog that the internet is knitting. And I thought Miles needed a frog. And then my son, my 25-year-old son says, Mom, look at this little Instagram video. And it was one of the cute little Dot Pebbles that does the pattern. And she did this cute little Instagram video with Frog doing all these amazing little adventures. And my son says, Mom, I want a frog. And I'm like, what do you want the frog for? He goes, well, I don't know. I just want to like pose him in different positions and do things with him. So I go on a deep search looking for eyes and I can't find the frog eyes. I can find lots of the eyes that are, just like the round pupils, but frogs have those, like the diamond shape. Couldn't find them. At Kitchener-Waterloo, there's this company called Chateau Bornay, and she was selling, I bought 2 packages, probably going to buy more. And I know you can't see them very well on here, so I'll show you the brochure after, but I just wanted to show you the eyes. So these are the champagne glitter, very reasonable. And they come in packages of 2 sets of safety eyes with all the backings and everything, very, very well made. And then the other color that I got was the coffee metallic, and these were on her recommendations too. But look at that little metallic at the back. And I believe I heard her say that they're hand painted. So she gave me, and we're going to link this for you too. So if you're looking for these safety eyes for the frog, she has them like for other things too. But like, look, this is
all the different,
of everything that she sells. So she's got glitter eyes, frosted eyes, rainbow eyes, metallic eyes. And then on the back, she has the slit pupil eyes for frog. She gives you some clear instructions on how to do it. She can ship them anywhere to you. She has all different sizes. These are the 12 millimeter size that I bought. Her prices are fantastic. And she's Canadian, which I really like. So I want to promote her. So again, it's Chateau Bornay. And we will link that as well in the show notes. So super happy that I stumbled on that booth. Yes.
Okay.
And then,
okay.
and then we wandered by this one. Somebody asked us at the fair, because we were saying, you know, we've talked about this before. We try to branch out. We try to bring you different things that we're not knitting the same thing or that we're not buying the same colors. But even if we went shopping separately, I have no doubt that we'd show up somewhere and we would have the same darn things in our bags. So we found this, and this is a company called Lake Knit Yarns. And she had a sample knit up of a hat and a fingerless mittens. And the beautiful thing is that her stellina is red, white, and blue. Look at the sparkle. I know it'll be tricky to see.
Yeah, it's hard to see in that.
It is hard to see, but it is picking up that the stellina is colored. And it just looks so darn beautiful. It's so subtle. So subtle. Oh, Peggy's asking, would you please link the frog pattern too, Noelle?
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, and so pretty. This is 79% superwash wool and 21% stellina. So, and it's 115 grams. The color that we got is called Autumn Berry. So we really did try to get different colors, but we both really like this color. We both like this color. So,
and so ultimately, who cares? We get what we like. What we like. We can't help what we like. What we like. And I know Julia went back, and I think she got some different colors in it. But I'm pretty sure I saw on her Instagram feed that she got some of this yarn as well.
In her
beautifully
booth,
dyed. Beautifully
she
dyed.
She had a cowl and fingerless mitts done in this yarn. Yeah, and I looked it up because I think that's what I'm gonna do. And I thought I had a card, but I don't know what
I do have a card.
Where I put them. Do you have a card? I know I do somewhere, but it's in my other bag.
Ebb and Glow set right there.
Yep. So it's got the mitts either shorter or longer and a cowl, and I looked it up on Ravelry, and it's all in the same pattern.
Yes, and you can do now if you do these mittens though, you have to do them in a shorter length if you want to get the cowl as well.
Too. Yep.
Yes. Julia got the lilac lavender color. It was so pretty, so pretty.
But I'm thinking you could do that. You could do the longer mitts and possibly a Sophie scarf.
Well, you probably could too. Because it does say that if you wanted to do the long mitts and a cowl, then you would need 2 skeins. But you can do the short mitts and the cowl with 1 skein. Yeah. And it's such a pretty pattern. Really pretty.
Yeah.
So that was that. And then that's when we started wandering around and we were finding other things to knit the Sophie scarf in. And we found this one next. The Wellington.
The Wellington fibers. Yeah.
Wellington fibers. And is that where we also got the fleece?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So look at this beautiful teal color. It's actually showing a little more blue on screen. It's a little more teal in real life, but look at the shine. Look at the shine in there. It's absolutely beautiful. This is by Wellington Fibers. And this is called Wellington Dusty Blue. And this is 80% mohair and 20% wool. And it's just lovely. And we will have enough in here to split this so that we each get one. And then you got this color.
Yes. And my color is called Wellington Lavender. So it's kind of like a grayish lavender color. And it's just, the yarn's gorgeous. It's got a beautiful sheen in it. And I mean, it's really reasonably priced. Like these are 100 grams, 80% mohair, 20% wool, and they're $24.
Yes.
Like I could see making a sweater in this.
I know, there's like even here, like I can see it on screen now, like just the beautiful shine. It's an absolutely beautiful fiber.
So
also in the same booth,
it is.
She had these super fun little boxes of fiber of various contents.
Yep.
And I found one that I really liked that I thought Noelle would like.
Well, it was you were looking and it was the name. You thought because the name was something that I would like.
And then when we opened it, we're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
So
amazing.
They come in a box like this. So the one that I've got here is 50% mohair, 30% wool, and 20% silk. And this one is called Painted Peonies. And just look at and there's like, you can see the orange and
you said those are the pieces of silk, right?
Yes. Yep. And it's got little bits of purple and it just like goes on forever.
It's so beautiful. And of course, you know, I'm oohing and awing over the fiber. And after I do that enough, Noelle finally got the hint and she says, if you'd like to get one, I'll spin it for you. So this is the one I got, which perfectly also matches my sweater. But look at my color. My color is called Fall Fair Apples. And it's got the mohair, the wool, and the silk again. And look at that.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
How pretty is that going to be?
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait. So I have the box now, but I'm not keeping the box for long. I'm dropping it off with a spinner. So
yeah, Catherine says she spent most of her budget at Wellington Fibers.
Oh.
There was a lot. We didn't get there till later, but there was a lot of nice yarn there. And like, I want to go back again for the fiber. So because they even had big boxes of fiber.
Okay, well, they're not that far away. They're in Elora.
No, they're not. I know.
We can drive there.
We can.
We can drive. We can do that. We can drive.
Yep.
I'll buy more fiber if you want to spin it. I have no problem with that.
Oh, and when it was doing, so I was spinning again this past week. So I got one bobbin off. So here is.
Oh, that's really rich.
So this is like purples and greens and blues. So I finished the first bobbin of it and I'm on to the second half of the spin. And I had bought this basket a while back. It's supposed to be for making sourdough bread. Well, I didn't make the sourdough bread, but it's perfect to coil my spinning fiber up and set it there so it's not sitting on the ground or on, and it's working perfectly. So there's what this fiber kind of looks like before it's spun.
Very nice. Very nice.
So this fiber is it's a Cheviot silk nylon blend.
Okay.
So it's gonna be socks. I'm gonna knit socks with it. So
okay. Cindy is asking, how long would you spend knitting? But I think she meant spinning. How long would it take to spin that amount of fiber?
Because I'm spinning it really fine, it probably takes me about 8 hours to spin like 120 grams. Mm-hmm. Because this is going to be plied, but this is like super, super fine. So
Holly has spun with their fiber before, and she said it's amazing to spin with.
Okay.
She says it's just like butter, Noelle.
Well, I doubt that, but anyway.
Oh, I doubt that.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure I'm slow because I haven't been spinning that long. So,
yeah.
Anyway,
it is time consuming, and I'm very lucky that I have a friend who has the time to spend on me.
Anyway,
okay, we're not done yet. We're getting there. We're not done yet, though. We're not done yet. So then we had stopped a few times at Leo and Roxy, and then we met a group of ladies that were from up north, and we met them while we were sort of taking a little knitting break in one of the areas, and they came up and introduced themselves to us, and they were absolutely lovely. They were so lovely to meet. And a few of them had bought yarn from Leo and Roxy that they're making a sweater. There's a cow coming up that they wanted to make a sweater. So they all had these like white bags from Leo and Roxy. So then by the time we got over to Leo and Roxy, ready to go and actually buy something, the ladies all arrived over there, and they have a friend who's also our friend Diane from Wool and Silk in Shelburne. And you know that these are good friends because Diane's actually away right now. I think she's in Florida, and they were picking out yarn for her. And so they were back at Leo and Roxy when we were there. And I think, Noelle, you even stepped in there and you were working with them to get the colors too, weren't you?
Well, it was a sweater. Well, I had done the sweater. So because it was a
Right.
sample in their booth. So I had done the sample. So they're all doing the Mid Coast by Jennifer Steingass, and they're all
Yes.
doing it in the same yarn. They're doing it in Leo and Roxy Basics, but all of them have different colors.
Different colors.
It's going to be, they have to send us a picture when they're done. It'll be
Absolutely.
amazing to see
So
it.
it was like just so nice to meet them. And then Diane sent me a little message the other night on Instagram, and she goes, "Oh, did you see my crazy gang? They were at Leo and Roxy." I'm like, "Yeah, we were there with them at the same time." It was, it was just fun to connect with them like that. Lovely group of people, and we'd certainly be happy to knit with them anytime.
Yep.
So while I was at Leo and Roxy, I got this. The Leo and Roxy, this is their natural sock set, and it is 80% natural merino, 20% nylon. So it takes the dye very differently.
Yep.
This is the same yarn that Noelle knit the sweater. Which sweater was it again?
I did the Cozy Classic raglan with it held with mohair, but that is the yarn that the Travel Mode 2.0 is done out of too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's gorgeous yarn.
And so the one that I got is mulberry parchment, which is one of the colors I love. And then this one is the Morning Glory blue that we've been seeing them dye on a lot of bases. And this, okay, it's not butter, but this feels the squish on this. Yeah. I can't wait to get this on my feet. These are going to feel like spa socks. They're so lush. And you get the full 100-gram skein, which is 439 yards, and then the two 20-gram skeins. So I'll easily be able to get 2 pairs out of here. If Kendall's watching, she's probably already picked her colors for which one she's going to get, because she knows she's going to get the second pair. But it feels so, so squishy and lovely. So Beatrice is hanging in with us from Dublin. She's still awake. She says, "Hang in there, Beatrice. We are coming around to the finish line."
She has to get up at 6:30 for work.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You do know you could watch this later, but all right. We appreciate the effort. I'm a night owl too. So, all right.
Okay.
I have one last thing. Do you have anything? Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I have 2 things then. We got these too.
So this is Artisanthropy, if that's how you pronounce it.
We're not sure. It's where I got my needles, and I loved them. Loved them. Look at these. Look at these gorgeous sock sets.
I just got one set. This is it says Echoes Gusto wool. It is, where's the fiber? 50% merino. No, 80% merino. So 80-20. So it's 80-20. So superwash. I don't see a color. Do they have a color name? Oh, it's made in Turkey. Maybe I'll be able to get some when I go there.
There you go. You might get more. No, I don't see a color. Maybe they're just.
No, I don't know. Anyways, I really like.
Oh no, they're numbered. This is color 15, 16. So
okay.
I think these are the perfect autumny looking socks.
And I think this is a perfect, less feminine color for some of the men in my life.
And of course, we got the same ones. Yeah. But these ones might be
that Ross or one of my sons would really like this color.
Yeah. And I think this one is going to head into our prize bin, maybe for the next sock draw that we do, because I think these would make perfect fall colored socks.
They do. They look like pumpkin spice latte.
They do look like pumpkin spice latte. They do. They do. Okay.
Well, that was my last thing that I got.
I got one more thing because I still had Sophie on the brain. And we stopped, and I can't even remember the name of this booth. I'm sorry. I just know that this is Silk Mulberry, and this is absolutely glorious. There's not a color on this either. It's just 100% mulberry silk. Planning to make yet another Sophie. That's blowing out terribly on there. It's better if I keep it back and don't do a close up.
Really nice color.
It's so beautiful. It's like a peachy golden bronze. And I think this will be the perfect neck accent. So Chicago is asking, does the Sophie scarf need a bouncy yarn? She found a skein of mink in her stash, but it's not bouncy. Would this be good?
I think like I think you're going to have to, if it's not bouncy yarn or not yarn that you can stretch out, I think you're just going to have to be careful when you knit it, that you make sure that you knit it long enough if you're not able to block it any longer. Because like I said, the short scarf that she's got in there, you can only tie around your neck once. the longer scarf, which I believe she says that
You can
the
go
length
around twice.
is 40 inches, but I really like that I blocked that to 46. It just, because I don't want it really tight around my neck. I don't want it to
and I
feel
like
it's
having a little
super
bit
tight.
longer tail too.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would just, if your yarn doesn't have any stretch and you're not going to be able to block it out, I would just make sure that you've got enough to knit it long enough. But other than that, it should be fine. Because like even the mink, I think would still drape even if it's not something that stretches out or is bouncy. So yeah, I think it would work well with a lot of things. Cotton probably is one of the only things, and it might depend. If you had a cotton blend, it probably would be okay, but 100% cotton might be a little stiff to do that with. But so.
Okay. Nikki says she has to get up for a long drive in 8 hours. But she says hubby's going to drive and then she can knit. Yeah. That's the best car ride of all. When somebody else drives and you can knit.
That is the best when somebody else is driving.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. All right. We are past our hour mark, but
yeah, so we should
a couple of last things to talk about. We want to talk about our Makealongs.
Yep.
Go ahead. I'm marking notes.
So the Makealong that we've got going on all the time is our sock Makealong, and all you have to do for that is finish a pair of socks. There's a thread on Ravelry, and all you have to do is finish the socks. It doesn't matter when you started them, just finish the socks and get them in that thread. We draw prizes at the end of every month. So we go to whatever number of pairs of socks were in there by the end of that month. We draw both a pattern prize that's generously donated by Natalie of Remembrances Pottery, and we also draw a sock yarn prize. So when you've got your socks in there, they're eligible for the full year. So it doesn't matter whether they go in this month or if you put them in at the beginning of January. We draw right from the beginning of the year. So even if you've only got one pair in from the beginning of the year, you've still got chances to win. So the more pairs you get in there, the more chances you have to win. And then at the end of the year, we've got a grand prize. So, which is donated by Full Moon Fibers. So, okay, so get your socks in there.
And then and
if you want to show them on Instagram, you can put in the hashtag KNP 2022 socks. So we've tried to make all of our hashtags start with KNP. So, okay, go ahead, Kelly.
You go.
Okay. So the other Cal that we have going on, or Mal really, is our Summer Hug Makealong. So the Summer Hug Makealong runs until the end of September. And if you want to show us on Instagram, you can use the hashtag KNP Summer Hug, but the prizes are going to be drawn from the Ravelry thread. So for this one, you need to make some kind of garment that gives you a hug, and it's a summer hug because you're going to use some kind of fiber that relates to summer weather. So your fiber that you use needs to be at least 30% summer fiber. So that could be silk, linen, hemp, cotton, bamboo, tencel, anything that's a summer fiber. So, and again, get your entries in there. Again, if you have trouble with Ravelry, and I will maybe next week, we didn't have time this week, I'll kind of go through a little Ravelry thing again about how you put your project pictures into the cals. Or I'll go back and I'm going to find where I did that before, and we'll just link that that particular episode. But if you do have trouble, you can email us at the knitsandpiecespodcast@gmail.com, and I will make sure that your entries get in there.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then don't forget the latest one that we're just starting, and that's going to be Instagram only. And that is going to be our, let me find there we go. It's hashtag KNP styleyoursofiekal.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see those pictures in there. That's going to be such a fun hashtag
and some
to
of
follow.
You can probably put pictures in there already because
you've already made them.
Okay.
Literally, it is like a dishcloth. It's so much fun. It's just a fun little project.
It's more fun to knit than a dishcloth.
Well, yeah, because you can't wear a dishcloth, right?
No, and it's in nicer fibers.
Oh, Isabel's heading to the Maritimes. Safe traveling, Isabel. She's more excited about what to bring to knit than the trip itself. Of course, right? Of course.
Hey, if you had a toothache, you could do this, right?
Yeah, put the ice or the mumps.
Put the ice pack in, and then just like.
This is a cute comment. Where did it go? Here. Tammy says, how about a few hints when we take our own pictures? Some of our hubbies don't help. Maybe we could get Ross on there to give us some styling tips for photos. That would be fun. Just do your best.
Anyway,
do your best,
just do your best. Just do your best. If you want to tie it around, like if you've got like a something that you want to tie it around just to show us, you can do that too.
Absolutely.
So just be creative.
Julia says that she uses a selfie stick and a timer. Yes, a timer is helpful. Anything that you can, and you don't even just need a tripod. You know what? Like most of us are using our phones. All you have to do is prop the phone up against something. Like sometimes I just use a mug in the kitchen. If I don't have my tripod handy, you can just stand the phone up behind the mug like that so that the camera is exposed past the lip of a mug. Check it in your screen so that you can see what you like and get a photo. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Oh, what type of poses? Well, cute ones, of course. Yeah. No, you'll do fine. Tammy, looking forward to it. Get your scarf done and yeah, you'll see what everybody else is posting and you can do something similar because I'm sure there's going to be lots in there.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. So safe travels to everybody that's traveling and we'll be back here next Tuesday. Noelle's got one more Tuesday before you go away, right? She's going to be away for 2 weeks, but don't worry. Don't despair.
We got it figured out.
We've got things figured out while she's gone. Yeah, absolutely. And again, thanks for spending time with us. Thanks for saying hello at the fair.
Yep.
Made our day. Made our day. I mean, the yarn was lovely, but meeting so many wonderful people was even really much nicer than the yarn. It was so much fun.
I know. We didn't leave, like we got there right when it opened, and we didn't leave there till I was surprised it was so late.
I think it was around 3 o'clock when we left. We didn't even eat.
After that. It was after that because then
was it after?
Because then we did the Canadian goodbye.
Oh, that's right. You all know what the Canadian goodbye is, right? It's where there's like 5 stages. Firstly, you announce that you're leaving. So that's the first goodbye. And then there's you work the room that one last time saying goodbye. And then there's the stand at the door waving goodbye one last time. And maybe there's only 4 stages. Oh no, then there's the goodbye in the driveway. And then there's the final one, which is you're in your car with your window down. You're still waving goodbye. That's the Canadian goodbye. Absolutely.
Then you forget. You're like, oh yeah, I just remembered.
Oh, yeah, one more thing. I'm almost ready. I'm almost ready to go. Yeah, I just got to say goodbye to this one more person.
Just like what we're doing right now.
Right now, the long, awkward goodbye. Yeah, it's because we hate to let you go. We have so much fun. We hate to let you go, but we do have to let you go. And we really hope that we'll see you all again next week. Take care.
Okay.
Stay safe. Happy knitting.
Yep.
And we can't wait to see what you're going to put in.
We want to see your Sophie scarves.
Absolutely. Don't forget, come back in and put the comment down below. There's still a chance to win that one more pattern prize too. Don't forget to do that.
That's right. So.
All right.
Okay. So we will see you next week and happy knitting.
Happy knitting.